Okay, can you people see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so yesterday we discussed about all this, right? Malware, phishing, man in the middle attack, DDoS, right?
Yes, sir.
SQL injection. So these are, we discussed some basics of these threats. Okay, so let me take you. Can you see my screen?
Okay.
See, this is a hacker, okay? And these are all the things a hacker can do. These are all the things. He can create a malware and send it to you. He can send a ransomware to you. So man in the middle attack, he can do zero-day exploit. Yesterday we discussed. So there is no patch. Like you have a virus in your system, right? And you also have an antivirus. But that antivirus doesn't have any update of the new attack. So zero-day exploit means it's a very new attack. No one in the world or no antivirus in the world can catch that attack or catch that virus. And zero-day exploit is a very like mostly asked question in interviews. What is a zero-day exploit? How can you define what is a zero-day exploit? Can anyone?
No idea, sir.
See, zero-day exploit yesterday, as we discussed, this is a please go ahead.
Exploiting unknown vulnerabilities without having any fix.
Correct. Great. So exploiting unknown vulnerabilities, right? So that is what we call as zero-day attack. Okay. What else? See, DNS tunneling, we will learn. Cryptojacking, we will learn about this. Access attacks. So social engineering, do you know what is social engineering? Any idea?
No, sir.
Abid?
No, Suresh.
Okay. So social engineering means someone wants to attack your system, or maybe he wants to gather some information and attack you. So social engineering means gathering the information before an attack. Okay. Suppose someone wants to attack the bank account of Sabiha or maybe yours. Okay. What someone will do, he will start looking at your Facebook page. Okay. He will gather, then he will start sending you messages and he will start becoming a friend. So after that, he will get your WhatsApp number or your phone number. And then after gathering every information, like slowly what he will do, he will start gathering your bank information, in which bank your account is having. That is called social engineering. Like social accounts, they will start looking at your social accounts, then they will do the attack. So what will happen? Slowly they will get WhatsApp, they will get Facebook, everything, IDs they will get. And one day, what the attacker will do, he will send a link. Okay. He will send a link, and maybe suppose you click that link. Okay. So mostly whenever someone sends a link, don't click it blindly. Okay. If you click it blindly, it's very dangerous, because most links from unknown people might be a threat or might be a virus. Right? When you click on that link, you don't know, it will open a page, but in the back door or backend, there will be some virus that is getting downloaded on your system. You have to be very careful when you are trying to open any link from unknown people. Okay. So they will open a link. Maybe suppose nowadays, even on WhatsApp also, someone is giving you an image. If you are clicking that image, with that image they have attached a virus. Once you open the page, it will be like beautiful Salman Khan or Shah Rukh Khan. But in the back end, there will be a virus which will be exploiting your mobile. Okay. And they may hack your phone pay or Google Pay, anything they can do. So social engineering is before the attack, a attacker gathering information of a what you call of the person. Okay. So DOS attack we have seen, like we have yesterday I told you there will be lot of requests that is coming to a server and the server might hang. Okay. And SQL injection, we have like I told you about SQL injection, but we will see this practically in our later classes. Okay. Phishing we have seen. What is phishing? Sabia?
Deceptive emails to trick users into revealing, sir.
Okay. So what does that mean?
Someone send emails.
Someone sending an email saying it is a like legitimate email. But deceive means it's a cheating email, right?
Yes, sir.
So the email looks beautiful or looks authentic, but it is not authentic, right? So that is called phishing. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And malware, you know, malicious software is called a malware, right? Any software with malicious intent is called a malware. So what can a malware do? It can collect lot of information from your machine once it is installed. Okay. You know what is ransomware? Anyone knows what is a ransomware?
No, Suresh.
No, sir.
So ransom means what? So you people understand Hindi?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes? No?
Yes,
Sabia,
sir.
you understand, right? So you know Firoti ki rakam means suppose a thief or any gunda kidnaps, right? What does they ask? They ask for money, right?
Yes, sir.
Eh?
Yes,
So
sir.
that is called ransom. Okay. So what a ransomware does is, I will give you an example. Suppose Abid opened a ransomware software. Okay. It is a kind of virus. Okay. It is a kind of virus. So there is Abid opened a web page which contained a virus, like which contained a ransomware. So once Abid opens that page, immediately Abid's system will be locked. Okay. Abid's system will be locked. All his files will be locked. All his files will be encrypted. Okay. Once the files are encrypted, Abid will not be able to open any files on the system. Okay. And what that page says is, you know what will that page say? Please give us maybe $1,000 or $2,000 to decrypt the files. Decrypt the files means the files will be gibberish. You cannot, like suppose you open your C drive, you will not be able to open. It will say your C drive is encrypted, and if you want to open it, decrypt it, you have to pay this much of money. So that is called ransomware. You are paying money to release it. Okay. Ransomware, asking for money, a software or an attack that asks for money is called ransomware. And in during our COVID time, okay, there were more than 150 countries infected with ransomware. There were more than 150 countries. Let me show you what a ransomware is. Okay. Ransom. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you see this?
Yes, sir.
See, let me show you one real example of ransom. Okay. What does this say? Abid, can you read this out? Abid, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what does this say?
Your computer has been locked. This operating system is locked due to the valuation of the federal laws of the United States of America, Article 1, Section B, and Casual B.
Okay. Got it. And what does it say here? This computer locked is aimed to stop your illegal activity. Okay. And to unlock the computer, what is mentioned here? You are obliged to pay a fine of $200.
$2,000.
Okay. So, you know, in 2012, 11-12, there was a ransomware virus called FBI virus. See here mentioned, Federal Bureau of Investigation. Okay. So this was just a virus that page. It is a virus page, and it is a virus that was created in the US. It didn't attack India, but it attacked many laptops, desktops, PCs in US. Okay. What happened is, you know, people used to watch illegal videos on illegal websites. Okay. So when they watch those, this software or this virus slowly got downloaded on their system, and after it is installed, it immediately locks the computer. And once the computer is locked and once the user tries to log in, he will not be able to log in, and this is the screen that will be visible. And what is the ransom amount they are asking? $200. Okay. So now they are asking $200. Slowly, but as of now, when the attacks have been increased, now they are not asking dollars or money. They are asking in bitcoins. Do you people know bitcoins? Have you ever heard?
Yes, Suresh.
Yes, right?
Yes.
Okay. So bitcoins is something no one will be able to trace you or track you where the money has come or where the money has gone. Similar way, most ransomware attacks are done. Okay. And these ransomware attacks, sometimes what happens is some antivirus company, they will release an update or release a patch which can remove this ransomware. Okay. But sometimes what will happen is some people, or maybe suppose your system, your office system was locked like by this ransomware, and they will say to unlock it you have to pay $200, $300, or 1 Bitcoin, 2 Bitcoins, like that. Some people pay, some people do not pay. Some people, when they pay, even they pay, they will not be able to retrieve the files. So this is called a ransomware. Okay. Let's open my slide. Okay, so you people came to know what is ransomware.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so how will you define a ransomware? Tell, how are you going to define a ransomware?
Your system is not working, they are blocked all the ways.
So you can define like this. Ransomware is a malware. Suppose in interviews they ask you, what is a ransomware? Okay, you can tell ransomware is a kind of malware which, when a system is attacked with a ransomware, it encrypts the drive or it encrypts the operating system, which will not allow the user to log in, and it will ask for some ransom to unlock the system. Okay, got it?
Sir, please repeat it again. I will write them.
You will write it.
Yes, sir. Repeat it
Okay.
again, sir.
Let me paste it for you in the chat.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so I pasted it. If you want, you can write it, and I will wait for it. Okay. So till now, any questions?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. So yesterday, so we learned about attacks. Okay, and how the attacks happen when the attacker sees some vulnerabilities, right? Vulnerabilities on any device or on your system. Okay, so when you see, like, there are vulnerabilities, when you talk about these vulnerabilities, what does these vulnerabilities mean? Yesterday we talked about vulnerability, right? So Sabiha, can you tell me what is vulnerability?
It is a weakness in asset that can be exploited, sir.
Right. So it is a weakness. Okay. So what kind of weakness can a system have? Suppose you are working in a company, okay, or maybe in your interview you can get a question. What kind of vulnerabilities are there that can be exploited? Any guesses? Yesterday we had little bit of discussion on this.
If ports are opened,
Okay, ports are, if
there
any
is
ports are open, then anything else?
no, sir.
Unwanted things are going up.
Huh?
Unwanted things are going up.
Okay, so unwanted things in the sense, see, how can something can be vulnerable? Whenever you have your Windows machine, right? most of the time you see updates coming in, right? Sometimes you will see you have updates on your system. Click here to update your machine and restart, right?
Yes.
Yes or no? Have you ever noticed?
Yes.
Okay. So why do you get those updates? See, what happens is whenever there is a software is there means a attacker will start exploiting that software and see what are the loopholes. And all the software development team, every time they will release updates to make it more secure. So if you have a outdated software, okay, so do you people know Windows 7, Windows XP? Have you people worked on Windows 7 and Windows XP?
Yes.
Okay. So now if you try to use a Windows XP or Windows 7 machine, okay, you are very much, what do you call, like an attacker can easily hack your system. Why, you know? Because there are no software updates on your Windows 7 or Windows XP. And attackers have more tools than for attacking Windows 7 and Windows XP machine. So the vulnerabilities can be, let me open it, okay. What kind of vulnerabilities we can have? You people can still see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we can have outdated software. Okay. If you have an outdated software, it is vulnerable. Okay. What else we can have? Weak passwords. Right? If you keep your password as 123456, anyone can try. Even suppose Sabiha is having the password 123456 and she is staying in a hostel. Anyone can come. अरे चलो सबिता का लैपटॉप ट्राई करते हैं. So 123456 खुल गया. Okay, so there should not be weak passwords. And you people know, whenever you have a company laptop, they have a password policy as well. There should be 12 character, right? It should be a mix of numbers. It should be a mix of capital letters and small letters. Okay, with special character, right? So you people are using like that password, right? In your company laptops.
Yes, Suresh.
Yes or
Yes,
no?
sir. Yes, sir.
Right. So weak passwords is also part of vulnerability. So there is misconfigured firewalls. What does this mean? See, you told, right, Sabiya, ports are open, right?
Yes, sir.
So firewalls, suppose a new network engineer or a new security engineer joined and the senior engineer told him to configure the firewall. And he's very new, he can do some work, but he's not that good as of now. So what he will do some misconfiguration of firewall. He will tell, okay sir, I am done, I have configured the firewall, but he missed a lot of things. He has opened some ports which should not be opened, and those are called misconfigured firewalls. Okay, one more is untrained users. What does this mean? Whenever any person is joining, the security team gives them training, or the IT team gives them training. You should not open this website. Your password should be alphanumeric with a special character. Your password should be 12 digit, 13 digit, 13 character password, and you should not share your password. So if the user is not trained, he can do anything. He will share the password. He will tell, okay, bro, you check my laptop, what is going on. That is a security breach. That should never happen. Okay. And no encryption on laptops or data. What does this mean? Can anyone tell?
No, sir.
See, encryption means your data is there, right? Whenever you are opening the data, okay, whenever you are opening the data, your hard drive, whatever data is there, it encrypts. Encrypts means the data, it will be turned into unreadable format. See, you are able to read it because in your operating system, as soon as you start the laptop, your files are decrypted with that decryption key. Suppose your laptop is stolen. Okay, suppose your laptop is stolen and you are a very important member of your company and you have lot of passwords and lot of uh, company details in your hard drive. And if someone steals your like laptop and he removes the hard drive, he will be able to check whatever data is there on your laptop or hard drive, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Suppose I take your laptop, I remove the hard disk of your laptop, and I can connect it to my laptop and see whatever data is there. If the laptop hard disk is encrypted, even if I take the hard disk from your laptop, it will ask for a encryption key. Okay, it will ask for an encryption key to open the data, or else you can't open it. So sometimes most companies, they do have encryption on their laptops. Most companies, I'm saying, like 99% of the companies, they follow this structure. And even on Windows also, there is BitLocker encryption. So we will read about BitLocker encryption later on. So as of now, vulnerabilities can be outdated softwares, vulnerabilities can be weak passwords or misconfigured firewalls, untrained users, and no encryption on laptops or data. Understood? Is it clear?
Clear, sir.
Yes, sir.
So if in an interview, if they ask the question, what kind of vulnerabilities that can be exploited, you can tell them outdated software. So these all things you can tell. You can tell weak passwords can be exploited, misconfigured firewalls. So misconfigured firewall means any open ports that are open and the attacker can exploit it. Okay. So these are the things that you can tell when any question is asked about what kind of vulnerabilities are there. Okay. 1 second. So yesterday we learned about risk, right?
Yes, sir.
So what is a risk? Anyone? What is the risk? Yes, no?
It is a loss of an assets due to the threat exploitation.
It is a loss or destruction of an asset due to threat
Threat
exploitation.
exploiting.
Correct. Good. So, how this risk can be mitigated? You know what is mitigation means?
No, sir.
Okay. So, mitigation means how can we avoid those risks? Okay. And how can you deal with those risks? Suppose you see a risk. Okay. Any, like as we saw, the vulnerability of weak passwords. So how that can be mitigated? Can you tell how that can be mitigated? No?
No, sir.
Okay. So how that can be mitigated means, see, weak password means you cannot use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have to train the employees saying you should not use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as the password. You have to use a, a 12 digit, like 12 character password with a special character and alphanumeric password it should be, right? So that is how you can mitigate that risk. So weak password, there is a vulnerability and that is also a risk, right? So
Yes,
to
sir.
mitigate that risk, you have to train the employees. Okay. So now let's go. I will just take one more slide. Okay. And this is a question in interview as well. Okay. They might ask, what are the risk mitigation techniques? Okay. Patch management. Have you ever heard of this patch management?
No, sir.
Okay. So patch management means patching. Patching means, suppose you see a vulnerability. Okay. So there has to be a update for that vulnerability. Suppose there is a software and the software team, they will see, okay, so this is the vulnerability, there is a bug here. Okay. And we have identified this bug. So to mitigate this, we have to patch that software. So that is called patch management. So what will happen for IT team is, any softwares, or you take operating systems as well, our Windows 10 or Windows 11, every time the server team or the Microsoft team, they release patches or release updates. So patch management is also called as, you can say, like, it kind of updates, installing the latest updates of software or operating system. Guys, am I clear what I am telling?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
See, if you have any doubt, you can ask me here. You can stop and ask me. Whatever I am typing, if you're not able to understand, I can explain it again. Okay. You should not feel like, no, I am not able to understand. You can ask me anytime and I will let you know. Okay. So patch management means, so, and usually in most, like, you, if you go to big companies, there is a guy who manages only patches. Okay. And patch management, every time, whenever any patch is released, okay, for a software, there is a team who will test that patch, who will, suppose they will take a test machine, they will update that patch on that test machine, and they will see if the software is running properly or not. Sometimes some patches, what they will do is, they will sometimes break the things. Okay, so I will give you an example. Have you ever heard of this? There was this OnePlus 10 mobile. You have seen, right? Have you ever seen a OnePlus mobile?
Yes, yes, Suresh.
Okay, so in OnePlus, there was a update released. There was a patch released. When you install that patch, there was a line display line coming in. Have you ever heard of that?
No,
There
sir.
will be a red line on the display. There will be multiple display lines. Okay, and OnePlus immediately told whoever has updated that, whoever has updated that with that software, and the display line is there, you can come and replace the display for free. Okay, so sometimes patches can be danger. So what the patch management team does is they first test the patch. If any operating system newly, like suppose Windows 7 or Windows 10, Windows 10 has newly released a patch, they will test it on a test machine, and they will see if there are any bugs or any issues are there after the patch is updated on that machine. So patch management means always keeping the systems updated with the latest patches. Okay, always keeping the systems with the latest patches. Understood?
Yes, Suresh.
Yes.
And there is one more called multi-factor authentication. You know what is multi-factor authentication?
Yes, Suresh.
Yes.
Yes.
What about Sabiha? Do you know what is multi-factor authentication?
No, sir.
Okay. So multi-factor authentication means MFA. Okay. So MFA means you have your banking username and password, right?
Yes.
Sabiha,
Yes, sir.
you have your banking username and password. But sometimes what happens, whenever you try to log in, after logging in, after providing your username and password, you still get a OTP on your mobile, right? After putting that OTP only, you will be able to use your banking page. Yes
Okay.
or no?
Yes, sir.
So that is called multi-factor. You are using two-factor of authentication. Okay. Two-factor means, I'll tell you for banks. What you used? You used username, password. Next, what you used? OTP from mobile. Okay.
Mm.
So that is called multi-factor authentication.
Okay.
So, so in more, like what happens is sometimes there will be an attacker who will steal your username and password. Okay. But without that OTP, he will not be able to log into your machine.
Okay.
Okay. So that is also one kind of risk mitigation. So we are stopping the risk of getting hacked by having multi-factor authentication.
Okay.
Okay. There can be backups and recovery plans. What does this mean? Just think for 1 or 2 minutes and tell, what can this be? Abid,
Yes, Suresh. Backup,
anything?
Backup means anything is deleted that is not available in the mobile and desktop. They are holding the server levels.
Correct. So backups means, suppose there is a server, okay, and you know it is a very important server. So you take off a bank only, okay, bank page. Suppose your ICICI bank. There is a web page for that bank, so there is a web server for that bank. What happens if that page, like that web server, is attacked? Okay, so it's not only about attacked. Suppose that web server goes down, maybe power got shut down for that server. There should be a backup server running. Okay, backup server running. That is called in networking terms or even in IT terms, it is called redundant. Okay, redundancy. Redundancy means there is a backup available immediately. There is, as soon as the main server goes down, there is a redundant server that comes up immediately. So that to mitigate that risk, you should have a backup server and some recovery plans. So recovery plans can be anything. You can have a backup server, or suppose you say our main server got down, so you should know how soon you should recover. Okay, anyhow you have a backup, but as the main server is in, it can be a high specification server, okay, high configured server, so you should recover it immediately. So those plans should be there to mitigate those risks. So what kind of risks can you have if a bank page goes down? What kind of risks can you have? Can you tell me? Hmm?
They
Anyone?
are, they are carrying the some other bank details also. The transaction listed.
No, no. Suppose you, the bank server goes down. What is the risk the bank is having now?
We are not unable to open the any logins
Account,
also.
you will not be able to log into your bank account. Okay,
And some
you,
created debits also issue with the customers also facing.
yeah. So some customers will leave the bank saying, "अरे ये page हमेशा down रहता है, so I don't want to stay with this bank anymore." Okay, and no transactions will happen. That is a huge loss for the bank, right? So those are all the risks that if a bank web page goes down. So to mitigate those, there should be backups and there should be some recovery plans. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Guys, you people are understanding or just saying yes?
No, no, no. I understand.
Yes, sir. Understand, sir.
See, if you people not understanding, you can ask me or tell me again. Okay. If you ask me, I will tell you again. Okay.
Sure, sure.
So one more thing in a network term, it should be network segmentation. Network segmentation means, so dividing the network. So suppose there should not be a very huge network. Okay. Huge network means you can say you are having a huge company. It's a very big company. Suppose you can say your ICICI Bank towers in Gachibowli. Okay, it's a very big company, right? So what they will do is they will segment the network and they will make the networks like smaller. Like segment means you can say 100 users, 200 users segment, 300 users segment, or 150 users. Slowly, when you segment it, it will be easy to troubleshoot any issues or segment. Suppose you have a huge network and the huge network goes down, everyone will not be able to work, right? So if you segment it, if you divide the network, it will be easy to troubleshoot. Suppose there are 1,000 people in your organization and your network is divided into maybe 3 or 4 segments. So 250 users per segment. So what will happen if one segment goes down? Suppose 250 users might not be able to work, which never happens actually. Suppose 250 users not able to work, but the other 750 are able to work right now, right? It's only because you have segmented the network. You have divided the network into smaller segments. So which is very useful. So to mitigate the risk of any network issues, you have to segment the network. Understood?
Yes, sir.
So this is a very important question in interviews as well. They might ask what are the risk mitigation techniques you know about if you're going as a L1 analyst or L2 analyst. So these are some frequently asked questions in interviews. Okay. And the last can be IDS or IPS. Okay. So you can use some detection systems to mitigate the risks or prevention systems. So this IDS, IPS we will study in our later part of the classes. Okay. As of now, I'll tell you. Intrusion detection or intrusion prevention. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes. Yes. No.
yes.
Okay. Good. So let me close this. Okay. Okay. So guys, let's go for a 5 minutes of break. I'll just have some water and come back. Okay. So in the meantime, maybe okay. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Is it visible?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So as I told, so a threat actor is any individual or group that conducts malicious activities against digital systems. What does this mean? This means a threat actor, you can call them as a hacker. Okay. Hacker can be an individual or can be a group of people as well that conducts malicious activities. Malicious activities means they can hack your system or they can steal the passwords of your system or they can steal account details. So threat actor is an individual or a group. Okay. So let's see what kind of types of threat actors we have in our digital world. See, threat actors can be script kiddies. Script kiddies means there are some people, like you can say a teenager. What will happen is, I will try to hack some systems. Okay. And they know very little about hacking. So what they will do, script kiddies, these people, they will use pre-made tools. Pre-made tools means what? Can anyone tell?
Already made it tools, so by using the tools we can hack.
Correct. So these people, the script kiddies, they will use pre-made tools to attack the systems or to hack. Okay. Hacktivists. There are hacktivists. What does hacktivists means? Any guesses?
Something is attacking the showing the announcement. Some like
Hmm.
uh, uh, police and public environment, they are doing some activities.
Okay. So you know about these terrorists or Naxals, right? Okay. So what do they do? So they will fight against the government, right? Those are also called activists or terrorists or Naxals. So hacktivists are kind of people who will fight against the government. Okay. Activists are the people, like, you can call them, they are politically influenced. Okay. And have you ever heard about this anonymous group? Yes,
No,
no?
no, sir.
Okay. So anonymous is a group. They are a group of hackers. So there are group of hackers means you can't say it is anonymous, can be one guy, or you can't say there are hundreds of people, but there are more than hundreds of people who are a group, who are in a group called anonymous, and they are hackers. They are great hackers, and they start hacking government websites or government data. So they are hacktivists. Okay, they are activists means why. So have you ever heard of Naxals? You people would have definitely heard in movies, or
Yes, sir.
you have heard, right? Naxalites. So what do the Naxals do? Abid?
They finish for the government any public impact for the any negative announcement they are given the commitment.
Correct. So they fight against the government for people's rights, right? So this anonymous group, they also do the same thing. They will fight against the government. They will start hacking the machines of the government, and they will release all the documents publicly. Okay, they will release all the documents publicly. So this anonymous group is kind of, you can say it, they are hacktivists. Sometimes they do a lot of good for the people, like they hack US, they hack machines of other government websites or government uh, third party government companies, and they release whatever data they get. Sometimes uh, very important or confidential data, they hack it and release it to the public. Okay, so those people are called hacktivists, the people who fight against the government. These are the hackers who fight against the government. Cyber criminals, what does this mean, cyber criminals? Anything, cyber criminals?
No, sir.
So cyber criminals means the people, you can say, who are like the ransomware attack, right? The people behind that attack are cyber criminals because they need money, right? Who is a criminal? Criminal means the persons who are doing bad, right? The persons who are doing bad to the company or to the organization or to the society. So cyber criminals, so it's not only about cyber criminals, they don't only steal money, maybe they carry some illegal activities through like digital data. Okay. Sometimes what happens, these cyber criminals, you see what these terrorists do. The terrorists buy maybe some machine guns, AK-47s, and all through these cyber criminals through bitcoins or cryptocurrencies. So those are all cyber criminals, right? We have a we have a what you call cyber police, right? who will help us from these cyber criminals. The criminals who steal the digital data or digital theft or who asks for money, those are all cyber criminals. So state sponsored actors, what does this mean? Can anyone tell what does this mean?
No, sir.
See, state sponsored actors means we have this clash between BJP and Congress, right? So the BJP government has a IT cell, the Congress government has a IT cell. So those people attacking each others. Okay, so those are all sponsored actors, the hackers who attack the political parties' websites or political parties' data. Okay, so those are sponsored by the government itself. And sometimes state sponsored can be, suppose India team, like suppose Indian government will tell there will be a hackers group and the Indian government will sponsor to attack China's data or China's websites, China government's data. So those are all called state-sponsored actors. Got it? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what does the meaning of insider? Yesterday we studied about insider. A ex-employee. Not only about ex-employee. Suppose I am taking an example of ex-employee. Ex-employee who is very angry on his boss. Okay. He left the organization and he wants to take revenge. He can be one insider. Okay. And insider can be, suppose Sabiha is working in a company. Okay. And she has a friend who sits nearby. And one time, Sabiha, what her friend will do, she will see the password, username and password of Sabiha. Okay. And later on, when Sabiha is not there, maybe she went for a break or somewhere outside, that friend, she will type in the username and password of Sabiha's machine, and she will do some illegal activities on Sabiha's machine. Okay, so that is also an insider. Okay, because she is working with Sabiha and she knows Sabiha. So those are insiders. Sometimes negligence in the sense, as we talked about a firewall port, a new engineer who doesn't know about configuring a firewall and he configured a firewall. So that is also negligence. So that is insider. So inside the company only, you can be a threat actor. You only made your firewall vulnerable, right? You are an insider. You are a threat actor. Okay. And there are competitors, right? Competitors means banks. Suppose you have ICICI Bank, you have HDFC Bank. Okay. So ICICI Bank will tell, like they will hire a group of hackers and they will tell, we are giving you this much of money, hack the website of HDFC Bank. Okay, so these are competitors. Not only I am talking about bank, maybe there can be others. So the competitors are also threat actors. They can be threat actors. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Understood, or anything you want me to repeat, or any queries till now?
No, sir. Understood, sir.
No, sir.
Sure. Abid,
No, sir.
no queries, no questions. Okay. So now let's go to motivation of the threat actors. What can be the motivations? Okay. So threat actors means hacker. You can say in simple term, you can say they are hackers. Okay. So what are the motivations of the hackers? The financial gain, right? A threat actor, why he hacks? They need some money, right? Political ideology motivation. What does this mean? We talked about Naxals or in real world Naxals. So here hacktivists, the anonymous group, right? They are political ideology motivation. Okay. So they are motivated by political people. So that's the reason the anonymous group got created. So espionage means the corporate group, the corporate attacks. So one company attacking another company. Okay. And there can be revenge or personal satisfaction. Okay. Revenge, you know, like as I said, Sabiha's friend, she took revenge by typing in username and password and did some illegal activity on her computer, and Sabiha's manager will tell what happened, why your system is getting slow, and why did you do like this. Okay. So for revenge also sometimes threat actors does that. Okay. And sometimes there was also I will tell you a example. Okay. In US, there was a guy who hacked more than 1 million accounts of a bank. Okay. And from every account, he took only $1. Okay. He took $1 from every account. So he got $1 million. But later on, he got caught. So why he took is there was some fight between that guy and the banking staff. So for taking revenge, he hacked the bank. And later on, when he released that he has hacked the bank, there was a huge financial loss for the bank. So sometimes these hackers, for revenge also, they do this. So the threat actors' motivations can be revenge as well. Okay. And sometimes recognition in the hacker community means sometimes hackers will show off. So you can see a lot of hackers, they just show off saying, I can hack. Okay. So that they can get recognition in the hacker community. Understood till now? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Sure?
Yes.
Sabiha? Sabiha, any queries till now?
No, sir, clear, sir.
Clear? Okay. See, sometimes
Yes.
when you might get questions in the interview as well, why hackers do hacking, or they can ask about threat actor. They can ask what is threat actor, what are the types of threat actors, and what are the motivations of the threat actors. Okay. So when you go for interviews and all, you should not get confused, like if they are asking what threat actors are. Okay. Because personally, I can tell when I started going for interview, I didn't know what was a threat actor. Okay. So later on, I came to know, because when I got trained, I was never told what is a threat actor. Okay. But when I started going interviews, I got a lot of times this question: what is a threat actor? What are the types of threat actors? Okay. So you should not get confused. So this you should remember. So now let's go for attack vectors. So this sometimes you people get confused, attack vectors and threat actors. Okay. So attack vectors means an attack vector is the method used by the threat actor to gain unauthorized access to a system. Attack vector means what? How the attacker got access to the machine. Okay, so those are called attack vectors. So the definition, if someone asks you in an interview, you can say an attack vector is the method used by a threat actor to gain access to a machine. Got it? So what can be the attack vectors? So we already saw this. So attack vectors can be phishing. So malware can be a attack vector, and vulnerability can be attack vector. We have seen social engineering, right? I have told you what is social engineering. And brute force attacks. So brute force attacks means, suppose someone wants to hack your machine. A attacker wants to hack your machine. So brute force attack means there will be thousands of usernames and thousands of passwords combined. Okay, and the hacker will run the script to hack your machine. And sometimes brute force attacks takes weeks, 1 week, 2 weeks, months. Also, the hacker, what he will do, he will just run the script and leave it. So it will start trying those combination of usernames and passwords to log in. Okay, so those are called brute force attacks. Later on, we will study how these brute force attacks work, but you just know, like, there is some attack vector called as brute force attacks. Got it? Clear till now? Any questions?
Clear, sir.
Clear? And my screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And there are some other attacks as well. Yesterday we studied drive-by downloads, man in the middle, so credential stuffing, zero-day exploits. So physical access can be USB drops. Okay, USB drops means you are taking a infected USB and inserting into your machine. Okay, and that infection can be transferred to your machine. And what is tailgating? Tailgating means what? You people would have heard lot of tailgatings. Yes, no?
No, sir.
Okay. So tailgating means, I'll tell you, suppose you are entering into your office. What do? You give a thumb impression to get inside the gate, or you have a swiping card. You have an access card, right?
Yes, sir.
So you just access it by putting your access card on that access machine, and the gate opens, right? And while you are entering, someone else with some unknown person, okay, he will just get into behind you. That is called tailgating. Okay, so someone, maybe a person who wants to do some unknown thing. Maybe you can take a simple example. Suppose one gunda, okay, a goon, he wants to enter into the company and he is not having access card. So what he can do, he can wait until someone swipes and he can go behind them. So that is called tailgating. So this attack vector is physical access. So what he will do, that gunda can enter inside, he can break the machines, he can break the laptops. So this is also an attack vector. Tailgating is also an attack vector. Okay. And if you see, sometimes what happens for tailgating, suppose a friend of yours, okay, a friend of yours, a colleague of yours, he's in a different shift, but he wants to do some malicious activity inside the office. What he can do? He can just come behind you when you are entering into the office because you have swiped your card, right? He can come inside, he can do whatever he wants, and he can go out. So that is also tailgating. So that is very important. Usually, a security guy is kept to see who is tailgating, and they will tell you should not tailgate. Understood? Clear till now?
Clear, sir.
Abid, clear?
Sure.
Doubt? Any doubt?
No, Suresh, as of now.
As of now, no?
No.
Okay. So we will learn about these attacks later, like one by one, we'll see, okay, in details. But as of now, these are some of the basics that you should know. Okay. Why attack happens? What are attack vectors? Because these are questions that are asked in interviews. Okay. What else? No questions till now?
No, sir.
No? Okay. Okay. So here I have just created one table. Okay. The threat actor and the attack vector. For script kiddies, the attack vector can be pre-made tools. So you get a lot of hacking tools. Okay. You get a lot of hacking tools online. Okay. So the script kiddies, they will use some pre-made tools to attack. Okay. Hacktivists, what can they do? Website defacement means they can hack government websites and they can jumble the government website. So activist does this, the attack vector, they use the websites and there can be DDoS attacks they can do. Okay. State sponsored 0 days. Okay. 0 days. What is a 0-day attack?
It is a new virus came.
Correct. So this state sponsored, the hackers, they are very talented. Okay. They are like very highly talented hackers. And because they get a lot of money, so the government will ask them to create new attacks every day, which cannot be detected by any virus or any antivirus. Okay. So state sponsored attacks are mostly 0 days. Okay. And spear phishing means kind of phishing only. Okay. Kind of phishing, and they will send emails to the government people or maybe corporate organizations, big companies. Okay. And insider, we saw about USB drops, right? And credential misuse. Credential misuse means what? I told you, right? Some of your friend, maybe Sabiha's friend, she knows the username and password of Sabiha and misusing it. So that is the attack vector of an insider. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.